Okay, I'm going to repeat the third part again. The different number of ways to describe a set are. I have the answers from many students here. Asim Reza, correct answer. Siftian Ali, correct answer. Saman Khalid, correct answer. Arshia Noor, correct answer. Abdul Rahman Zahid, correct answer. Exactly. We have an Zoha is here, Siftian, Saman Khalid, correct answers. Yes, we have different ways to describe a set. Can anyone tell me that what are those three methods? You have to turn on your mic and you can tell me the answer.
Can I?
Yes, Saman, please.
There are three methods. The first one is the listing method, where we just list off all the elements. For example, set A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the other one is the set builder notation. For example, the set builder notation is a different form of expressing a set. Like teacher, I don't really know how to describe it.
It doesn't matter.
But and then we have the descriptive method. For example, all the prime numbers that are less than 10. This is the descriptive method.
Excellent.
These are the three methods.
Excellent. We have three ways to describe a set. The first one is listing method, where we list out all the elements. Then we have the descriptive method, where we describe the set verbally, like we say set of natural numbers. Moreover, we have another method which is known as set builder notation, where we write the set in shortcut way. Suppose x such that x belongs to natural number and x is less than 10 or 5. So this is a set builder notation. The fourth part is a set with no element is called what? A set having no element is called what? Please let me know your answers in the chat box first.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, Sipten, please.
I'm unable to chat.
Yes, ma'am, I have the same problem. I can't use the chat.
Yes, ma'am, I'm also unable to use the chat box.
दो मरतबा टीचर की उस पर क्लिक करो, टीचर की नेम पर दो मरतबा टीचर की नेम पर क्लिक कर से हो जाएगा.
Just try it once more, you may get, because I haven't
नहीं, टीचर की नेम पर अगर आप लोग क्लिक करेंगे सही हो जाता है.
Fine. You just try it.
Yes, teacher, now it's working.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, from Iman Tanvir, Zainab Salim, Zoha, the correct answers I have from all of you. Yes, a single set with no element is called empty set. Thank you. Let's go ahead now. The set x such that x belongs to whole number and x is less than and equal to 10 is what type of set? Zoha, correct answer. Ahad, correct answer. Yes, exactly correct answer. Yes, it is finite set. Yes, Zainab Salim, correct answer. It's finite set because the elements of the set is limited till 10. So it is finite set. The next part, the set having only one element is called what set? Iman Tanvir, correct answer. Ahad, correct answer. Zainab Salim, correct answer. Zoha, correct answer. Saman, correct answer. Let's go ahead now. Power set of an empty set is? Anyone knows about power set? If anyone knows, please turn on your mic and you can explain it. What is power set? You have done this in grade 6, 7, वहाँ पे जहाँ पे आपको set करवाया जाता है. So power set has been discussed there. Asim Raza, correct answer. Can you tell me why it is the D part? Anyone? The reason, please. Okay. Let's understand the power set first, then we will come back towards it. Okay, in the next slide, I have the explanation of
Teacher,
power set.
can I try to tell?
Yes, yes, please, Zoha. Why not?
Teacher, power set is basically the set of all the subsets of the set. Basically, we collect all the possible subsets of a set.
Excellent answer. You are very correct. Yes, excellent. Let's go with next slide for the explanation for some other students. We have the definition of power set here. The power set of any set is the set of all its subsets, including the empty set and the set itself. We have an example here where we have set without any name, set A suppose, and the elements are A, B, C. So you can see that all the possible subset of this set will be the power set. And in the power set, we have the empty set as well. Then we can write the first element, B, then C. These are the subsets. Then A with B, then A with C, then B with C, and finally A, B, C, this self itself. So set itself. So this is power set. How many elements or how many subsets are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So sometimes when we have a set with very means many elements, so it's very difficult for us to list out all the elements. So we can find the power set by the help of a formula given by mathematicians. This is 10 raised to the power n. It means n stands for the number of elements. So how many elements are here? 1, 2, 3. So 2 raised to the power, what it will be? 3. So 2 when multiplied 3 times, you will get 8. So 8 subsets will be made here. Similarly, if we talk about the 7th part, which is in the review exercise, here it is asked that power set of an empty set. So if you want to find it with the help of formula 2n, so in empty set, we don't have any elements, so therefore we write the element 0. As you have done this in loss of exponent in the previous year, the proof of this as well, that any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So how many subset will be here? Just one subset, and that will be just empty set. So going back to the previous slide now, you can see that power set of any empty set is D part. Either you write empty set or either you write this symbol. So this is considered one what we say subset. Fine. If we talk about the number of elements in power set of this, it's not number of elements. The number of subset means, so elements means here the subset. Okay, how many it will be? Who will tell me the answer? I have correct answer from Sipten, from Abdul Rahman Zahid. Yes. It has 3 elements, so 2 raised to the power 3, so it will be 8. Ahad, correct answer. Noor Hira, and not 9, it will be 2 raised to the power 8. Okay, because 2 raised to the power 3 will give you 8. Am I clear here? Correct answer, Lisa Pani, Lisa, Noor Hira, correct. Okay, it's C part. Yes. So here it is. See, it has also 3 elements, so the number of subsets are 8 here. Okay, let's go with the 9th part. If A is subset of B, then A union B is equal to. Now I'm going to give you some guidance here. You just make a set A from your own side and set B from your own side, that find the union of that. Then let me know. Please, who has written the answer? Can you tell me by turning on your mic that why it is the B part? I want this with the explanation.
Can I tell?
It's Zoha. Yes, Zoha, please.
Teacher, for example, if I'll take a set of A is equals to 1 and 2, and B is the subset of 1, 2, 3. So here, as if we take the subset of of B from A, so we got the answer 1 and 2 because 3 is not in the set B. So
excellent.
Again, if we will intersect it, so we got the answer B, the answer which is equal to set B. So here the answer is B.
Excellent answer. I'm very glad to see your answer Miss here to your explanation. Very nice. What about this 10 part? Is we are going to find the intersection, and it will be equal to what? With explanation, you have to tell me, please.
Can I tell?
Correct answer. Yes, someone. Why not?
Now, so for example, in set A, since set A is the subset of set B, for example, in set B we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In set A, we have 1, 2, and 3. So if we take their intersection, then of course we are only going to add 1, 2, 3 in the set.
Excellent.
Because those are the elements that are A and B. So it will be equal to A ultimately.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Okay, for the students who have not understood, I have the explanation in the next slide here. You can see it is said that A is the subset of B. So B has more elements than A, and the elements of set A must be in set B, as A is the subset of B. Fine. You must understand the concept of that A is subset of B. तो B के एलिमेंट्स ज्यादा होंगे आपके पास और A के एलिमेंट्स इससे कम होंगे क्योंकि A is subset of B. So if you want to find the union of both will be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 is equal to set B. So therefore, this option B. And if you just want to find the intersection, so what is common in these both sets? 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 is equal to which set? A. So therefore, the answer will be A. Fine. Here we have 9th, 11th part. If A is subset of B, then A minus B is equal to what? With explanation, you have to tell me, please. A correct answer, Saman, is Yeah, Abdul Rahman Zahid, correct answer. Can you tell me the explanation by turning on your mic? Anyone?
Can I give the explanation?
No, I want some other student, sorry. Yes,
Okay.
correct. Ahad, any other student, please? Option C, Zoha, correct answer. Oh, I don't know why other students are not participating. It's not good sign. Yes, Umayya is here and Sophia Khan is here. Why you are not participating, dear?
Teacher, can I tell?
Yes, Sityan, please.
They are telling us that A is subset of B.
Hmm.
For example, B is equals to 1 to 3 till 10 and
Yes.
A is equals to 1 till 5. So if we minus A from B, so it will
B from
become
A.
6, 7, 8. Yeah. So the correct answer is D.
Excellent. The correct, okay, yes. I have here the explanation of it. We will better understand this by this slide. You can see that it is said that A should be subset of B, so the elements of B should be more than elements of A. And we are going to find A minus B. So A should be written first and then B. Now, if you subtract B from A, so 1 and 2 will get subtracted. So what is left in A when B is subtracted? So nothing is left in A because 1 and 2 will get subtracted with B. So here we will be having the answer as empty set. Fine. So if we are going to take the intersection, okay, it's the 10 part. So let's see, this is the empty set. Okay, you're going to tell me now the 12th part, the answer. A union B union C is equal to what? I want your answers in the chat box. Ahad, correct answer? Yes, correct answer. Everyone, correct answer. Fatma Nadeem, correct answer. Yes, let's go ahead. This is easy. This is associative property. Okay, this we are done with this. Here we have 13 part. A union B intersection C is equal to what? Yes, it is the A part. There is a mistake. You're going to rectify it. This is A union B. A part, A union B. You can see A is with B, then intersection A is with C. Correct. A part. Okay. 14 part we have if A and B are disjoint sets, then A union B is equal to. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by disjoint sets? Anyone please turn on your mic and let me know what do you mean by disjoint sets?
No,
Yes, someone
the
please.
sets do not have any disjoint
Yes.
sets, as is evident from the name. They do not have any common elements.
Yes, you
A
have
and
correct
B.
answer. If there is no any common element between the two sets, so it is known as disjoint set. So if A and B are disjoint set means having no common element, then A union B is equal to what? Is the D part, of course, A union B will be equal to B union A, fine, because we have to combine the elements here. D part, correct answer. Okay, 15 part. Okay, yes, why not? Suppose if you have elements in A, this is 1 and 2, and you have the elements in B, this is 3 and 4. So if you want to find the union of A and B, so what will be the combined elements 1, 2, 3, and 4? Similarly, if you write B first and A first, so again you will get A union B and B union A equal. Okay? So this is commutative property. Whether you find A union B or B union A, both of them will give you the correct result. Am I clear here? Yes, Noorehira, correct example you have given, very good. Okay, 15 part is here. If number of elements in set A is 3 and in set B is 4, then the number of elements in A cross B is 3 and 4. Correct answer, Zoha, Iman, Tanveer, Abdul Rahman, Saman, Khalid, Ahad, correct answer, all of you, very good. Is 12. Is 3 and 4 will be 12, so we will be having 12 ordered pairs. Okay, let's go with the next now. If number of elements in set A is 3 and in set B is 2, then number of binary relations. Make sure, students, that number of elements and number of binary relation, these are two different concepts, as I told you in the exercises. So you're not going to be confused here. Fine. So you're now going to tell me the number of binary relation, what it will be. Okay, I have the answers from
2 raised to the power 6.
Yes, correct. Ahad, correct answer. Iman, correct answer. Yes, number of binary relation will be found, can be found out with the help of formula 2. A means raised to the power A into B. So 3 and 2 will be 6. So 2 raised to the power 6. It means sometime in exams, in order to make you confused, this number is given, means 2 raised to the power 6 will be multiplied and the answer will not be given in exponential form. Rather, it will be given in a product form. So then you must not be confused over there, fine? Okay, 17 part it is, I think. The range of R. Now it's very easy. Anyone can tell me, those students who are not participating, you can easily find the range. Please, I want the answers from you. Just let me know your answers in the chat box, everyone. I want Momina Harim, I want Sophia Umayya to participate. Yes. The range is the second element, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the C part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some students are writing the B part. 1. Oh, sorry. You are correct. No, 1 is also in the range. You can see here. Okay. Zahur, yes, you can tell me the answer, please, Zahur. The answer is not. Yes, Zahur.
Ma'am, here they have asked about the domain, not the range.
Is the domain or the range? I have written it wrong.
It's written. Yeah, in the book it's written the domain of R is.
Okay, so the domain is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the domain is also 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me have the book with me.
Ma'am, this 17 part is wrong. Yes.
numbers
Set numbers are wrong.
आपने 17 को 18 लिखा और 18 को 17 लिखा.
Okay, I got it. Okay, yes. It's domain, so you're not. Okay, just if you go according to the slides, so it will be, the range will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. We just want to have the concept here. Okay, if you just write the 18, the range. In this, we are going to find the range, yeah? So the range here will be 2, 3, and 4. That's correct, the D part then. That's fine. Yes, C part, correct. Okay, now let's come towards it. Point -1, 4 lies in which quadrant? We have done the Cartesian plane or coordinate plane in grade 9, where we have 4 quadrants. So you just can tell me that if X is negative, X is the first element, and the second element is Y, which is 4. So it will come in which quadrant? Okay, I have the correct answer from Fatma Nadeem, from Iman Tanveer, from Abdul Rahman. Yes, B. Okay, X is negative in the second quadrant, and Y is positive in the second quadrant, so it will be the B part. Okay, now we are on the 20th part. The relation is what? You are going to identify that it is which type of relation, or whether it is a relation or it's a function or not. Please let me know. I have the correct answer from Zoha, from Iman Tanveer. Very good. Iman, can you explain me the reason why it is not a function? Someone, Fatma Nadeem, correct answer. I want Iman to turn on the mic and please speak that why it is not a function. Okay. Iman, can you, my mic is not working. Okay, any other student can tell me the answer? Fatma Nadeem, please. Yes.
So teacher, there are all these sets given in the last one, that is 3. In second class we have 3, which is in the A, is also bonded to 3, and then 3 is again has an image with 4. So we cannot have 2 elements of A have image in set B.
Excellent, because this relation does not fulfill the condition of being a function. As in function, the first element must have not 2 images, But we can see here that 3 has the image 3 as well, and 3 has the image 4 as well. So 3 is repeated. When an element is repeated in the first ordered pair, so it is not a function, rather it is just a relation. तो आप यहाँ पे C option mark कर सकते हैं, not a function. Okay, can we go ahead now? Okay, dear students, we are done with the MCQs. Now we have fill in the blanks. We are going to go very fast with fill in the blanks, okay? So that we can go with the test as well. Okay, this is already done. A union B will be equal to what? Please tell me fast the answers. Correct, it will be equal to B. Okay, correct answers from everyone. Second part, if A intersection B is equal to, yeah, then A and B are disjoint, said yes. If A and B have no common element, it will be disjoint. Correct answers from everyone. If A is subset of B and B is subset of A, then what will be the answer?
A is equals to B.
Excellent answer. So A will be equal to A because both of them are the subset of the other. Very good. Saman, Khalid, Asim, Raza, correct answers. A intersection B union C is equal to what? This is distributive property of intersection over union. So you're going to tell me the right hand side. Anyone can turn on the mic and can speak, please. Lisa, I want Lisa. A
intersection B union.
Yes. Yes, correct. Zainab, be loud once more.
A intersection B union A intersection C.
Yes. Now see, you can, if you expand the bracket, so it will be A intersection B, then in between union, then A intersection C. What about the right, this fifth part? Anyone should expand the right hand side and let me know the answer orally by turning on the mic.
Can I
help?
Oh my God, many students. Let me see who have raised hand. Yes, I want whom to speak. Yes, please, Zahur, you can. Yes, Zahur, can you tell me the right hand side? Anyone else? Yes, anyone else? Yes, Zoha, can you speak?
Yes.
A union B union C.
Yes, A union B, then intersection in between, then A union C, correct, very good. Okay, we have the complement of U is, if you want to find the complement of U, so complement means U minus U, so what will be the answer? 2 minus 2, the answer will be 0, so U minus V, the answer will be empty set, correct, Zoha, correct. The complement of empty set is, means if you subtract from U the empty set, so what you will get the answer? Iman Tanvir, correct answer,
Empty
you will get
set.
U, because you are not subtracting any number from U, so you will get, yeah. Now you're going to find A intersection A complement. For this, first of all, you're going to find A complement, then take the intersection of it with A. Anyone can turn on the mic and can speak about the 8th part? Yes, I want Asim Razat to speak, please.
I'm here, first of all, when we will find the A complement, which is A minus A, so it will be an empty set. So A intersection A, which A complement, which is an empty set, so the answer will also be an empty set.
Correct answer, very good. What about A union A complement then? Anyone else? I want the answer. Can anyone turn on the mic and can explain it? Please raise your hand. Yes, Zoha, please.
Teacher, here as we are having two sets, A union and A complement, if we take the A complement and then we'll take the union, then the union of A and A complement, then we will get the union of, then we'll get the answer union. मतलब universal set.
Fine, yes, of course, because both again will get combined and you will get fine. Okay, 10 part. The set X belongs to A and X belongs to B. So what type of, it's not here. X belongs to A and X does not belong to B. Here it does not belong to B. So what answer will be of the 10 part? You're going to write the set which belongs to A but not belongs to B. Is A, okay, at the back side of the book is given A, then it's given a sign like such this. So can anyone explain me that what is this? It's A, then a line, then B. Anyone can tell me please that why it is so? What this mean? A, then a line, then B. Please turn on your mic and you can speak. Yes, Zahur, please. Okay, I will tell you myself. Dear students, it is X belongs to A and X does not belong to B. It means it is A minus B. The symbol which is given at the back side of your book, you're not going to just copy it. It means A minus. आप A minus B को minus sign के साथ भी लिख सकते हो, and you can write this line as well. That's written at the back side of your book. So it is A minus B. Fine. अगर आप A minus B find करेंगे तो B के सारे elements subtract हो जाएंगे और सिर्फ set A के elements रहेंगे. So therefore it is just it's given that you get confused over here that X belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. So इस तरह का situation सिर्फ A minus B में ही हो सकता है कि X के elements A में हो और B में ना हो क्योंकि B तो subtract हो जाएगा. So just A will be the. Am I clear? Okay. Let's go with the next now. The point -5, -7 lies in which quadrant? Here the quadrants are given and you're just going to identify this that both the values are negative. Zohar, just
third quadrant.
Third quadrant, correct answer. Okay, the point 4, -6 lies in which quadrant? X is positive and Y is negative here. Which quadrant? The quadrants are given here. You please just see it. It's in the fourth quadrant where X is positive.
Fourth quadrant.
Excellent, correct answer. Okay, now next. The Y coordinate of every point is dash on x-axis. Can anyone tell me why it is 0? Why it is 0 on x-axis? Please turn on your mic and let me know the answer if you know. If not, then I'm going to state myself. Why it is 0 on x-axis? It is 0 because see the y coordinate. If you just see on y coordinate, if the point is exists on y coordinate and it is not on x coordinate, so on x coordinate it will be then 0 because you are not moving on x coordinate, you are just on y coordinate. You are moving one step on y coordinate, so it will be 1, 2 steps, so it will be 2. So on you are not moving on x axis, you are just the point is on y coordinate, so therefore on x axis it will be 0. Whereas if you walk or you are on the x coordinate, means if you are on the x coordinate 1 step, 2 step, 3, 4, 5 and 6, so you are on x coordinate, so therefore it will be on y axis, it will be 0. Fine. 15 part, the domain of this is what? I want the students who don't participate, please you can tell me the domain, the first element.
Can I tell?
It's Zainab Salim. Any other student except Umayya? Why you are not participating? Sophia Khan. Noora Hira, can you tell me the domain, the first elements? Yes, the domain is A, B, and C. The correct answer from Umayya Khan. Good.
Excuse me, teacher. The answer of the x coordinate of every point is 0.
Yes.
Both are 0.
Yes, 0. Because if you walk on y, so on x it will be 0. If you are on x, so on y it will be 0. Okay, the range will be. I want the answer from who is here? Sophia. What will be the range? Please let me know the second element. Write your answer in the chat box. Yes, Asim Raza, correct answer is A, B, C. The range is Iman Tanvir, correct answer. Venn diagram was first used by whom? Asim Raza, you know the answer, you gave presentation on it? Okay.
John Venn.
John Venn. You didn't give presentation because of D markers. No, sorry. Yes, it's used by John Venn first. The subset of A cross A is called dash in A. What is the subset of Cartesian product known as? Saman Khalid, correct answer, binary relation. If A is towards B and range of F is equal to B, then it is which type of function? जिसमें range B के equal होता है, set B के equal.
Onto function.
Very good, correct. Onto function, Zoha, correct answer. Saman Khalid, correct answer. The relation AB, this is BC, I think. Yeah, BC and AD is what type of function? AB, BC, and AD.
Not function.
Yes. The reason, can you tell me the reason?
It's not a function.
Yes, it's not a function because the first element has two images. One image is B and the other image is D. So it is repeated, therefore it is not a function. We are done here with the fill in the blanks as well. So here is your homework. You have to do exercise 5.5, question number 6 in notebook. And you are supposed to make the arrow diagram as well. Without diagram, then it's not considered better than. Fine. Then you have to identify the types of function. Iman Tanviri, please do your work again of question number 6 by making the diagram, okay? Then we have to go with miscellaneous exercise 5, question number 1 and 3, which are already, I think, marked on your book. Those who have not marked, so they have to do on your book. And dear students, as we have 3 minutes now, so I think that we cannot go with test. So any day I can take a random test, any day that where we will be having a time. So you must prepare chapter 5 for the test. Fine. Any other day I may conduct the test from you whenever we will get time. If not, then it's okay. I have assessed you. Majority of you have participated very well. And this is all for today. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend, and stay blessed.